Hello, hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Stars with Stasi. This is your weekly reading for April 7th through April 13th, or whenever you come across this message, it's meant for you. I've already shuffled your cards, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, this week we do have the solar eclipse in Aries. It's finally happening, right? So April 8th, that's going to take place, and it's going to happen in our 6th house. So that's our daily routines, our work habits, our health habits. So this is an amazing time to make changes and tweaks to how you can be more efficient, right? So we're going to go ahead and hop right in. I'm going to pull 9 cards and then we'll clarify. So I've got number 16, an empty well, time to replenish. So there's a little nudge here to go ahead and get some rest, right? And you're going to be feeling that for the majority of this month, to be honest. That retrograde energy is going to have us kind of, reviewing. We're going to be doing a lot of reviewing. And again, for us, it's going to be all about our daily habits. So Shield Maiden, making plans and focus. And then I've got the Tailor, attention to detail and pride. So these cards are really telling, right? It's basically exactly what I've just said. So we're in this position where the universe is supporting us taking authority over our own lives, right? And so the universe is going to do everything and anything to A, push you in the right direction, B, push those things that are not in your highest and best out of your face, which can be both jarring and, needed, right? Sometimes sudden change can be really uncomfortable, but at the end of it all, you're like, oh, thank you. So we've got the 8 of Swords coming up, indicating that maybe we are in our heads about something, self-limiting beliefs. Perhaps that you're thinking that there's not enough time in the day to do something, or you're feeling pressure of all the ideas. I've got the 6 of Wands showing up. That's indicating that there is going to be success ahead for whatever it is that you do. And I keep getting that, Scorpio, like there's such success ahead for us. And I'm excited because we've earned this mess. Comment below. We have earned it. I'm telling you, let me stop. Guys, you know how I get. 3 of Wands. I love the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is showing us that we are definitely headed towards our goals, right? 3 of Wands this has come up for us 3 weeks in a row now. So the Ace of Wands is that inspiration where you say, you know what, I'm going to do it. That creativity, you have that power, that drive of action. A lot of times could be like a new sexual adventure. And then the 2 of Wands is like, okay, now you are really starting to do the thing. You're starting to investigate how it gets done. But the 3 of Wands, you've got the vision, you've got the plan, and now you're taking the steps, right? Now you're actually doing it. So we go back to this attention to pride and detail, right? Where Spirit's saying, okay, let's go back and refine the vision. So especially for those of you that are creators, or you are, looking to change your look, maybe you want to change, your weight, your clothing, whatever it is for you, this is a really good time. So I've got one card showing up, 4 of Cups. Now I'm going to take that because it was facing, differently than the rest of the cards. And I just saw the Tower at the bottom. Geez. So with the 4 of Cups, there's this, I feel like, Scorpios, this week, it's a lot of like, how can I do this better? Right? Or when I've done this before, it didn't go my way. Like I said, maybe you're on a new health journey, and it's very possible that you might have done XYZ a million times, but this time it's going to be different. There's something about this time. It could be that there's new information available to you to help you on your health journey, or that you start using like new technology to help you day to day with whatever it is that you need. Oh, that flew all the way across. Excuse me, Scorpio. I'm so sorry. Okay. Not the best view, lo siento. Justice card comes in, number 11, Libra energy, right? So there's this idea here of karmic justice. You could be dealing with a Libra because they keep showing up in our readings. So let's see. But there's also this feeling of like things coming into balance for a Scorpio. Queen of Cups showing up. So I like that. The Queen of Cups, she's very emotional, she's nurturing, she's very compassionate and has a deep understanding of others. So this is good for us. So I feel like this is a situation where Spirit's saying this is a time for you to have compassion for yourself. There's a lot of changes going on. There's a lot of changes. So I've got the King of Pentacles. the Ace of Wands, what we were talking about, and the Fool card. Yes, because we are doing it. Oh, child, look. Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. I love that for us. The Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to take that because I want it next to the Fool. So we know how it works. My guides tell me. And it flew out, so we'll take it. All right, so the Four of Cups, Justice card, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. All right, so let's talk about this bottom row before I clarify. The Knight of Pentacles can really be about convention, right? Where you might be stuck in an idea. Something like, I'm going to use losing weight as an example. Let's just start there, right? I'm going to use myself as an example. So I have, over the course of my lifetime, yo-yoed, right? That's just how it is. And I'm okay with that because I am proud of who I am and I am proud of my body at all levels. However, there is a comfort level that works for me. Okay. And so in the past, I have done X, Y, Z, you name it, and it's all worked, but maybe nothing sticks, or maybe something I find difficult, or as I age, things change. So this time around, I feel like there's a different energetic support, a different method, a different guide helping me along the path, right? So it seems to me that that's what Spirit's saying, like, no matter how many times you've done something in the past, this is going to be where things change. There's like a click in your mind and you go, you know what? I haven't tried this, or I never thought of this. And again, I feel strongly that it's going to have to do with changes that are being reflected in our, I know I say it all the time, but in the technology, whatever's available to us. And it's just something as simple as using different search engines, or because they've become more powerful, or the medical community, right? The way our reach, our expansion is bigger. So we have fresh ideas coming from the collective. And I guess that's the best way to say it. Like, there's more support more than ever to change a routine or a habit because there are more tools, more ideas available to us, is the best way I can put it. More methods, right? More modalities, more options. So I think that the first step also is like a deep acceptance of all parts of yourself, Scorpio. That's the other thing that Spirit keeps like pounding into the readings for the collective, which is everything's possible because you are the creator. But before you can make changes, you have to get right and get in right relationship with where you are today, no matter what that is. You know, you may look different. You may feel different. You know, you may have had a very busy job, 9 to 5, which really worked from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or more. And maybe for the first time, you don't have that schedule, right? You've switched jobs. You've decided you want a lifestyle instead of working for someone. Like, so many things have happened that this is a really good time to review your daily schedule, right? And to accept that no matter where you've been, it led you to where you are because there's somewhere important for you to be going. Yep. 8 of Swords, yes, being clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So basically, this is what I was saying before, right? We have this energy here of being stuck in our own heads, right? Limiting beliefs, believing that because we've done it in the past and we failed, or we've done it in the past and it was difficult, it's like, can we do it again? Is this going to be something that sticks this time? And again, it doesn't have to be about the way you look. It could be anything, right? Maybe you could have better use of your time and you could create more if you spent less time doing. And it's usually something unproductive. You know what? Justice card is showing up again at the bottom of the deck. So I'm not going to take it, but just as a matter of record, because it showed up in our central position. So that's pretty interesting. I feel like things are really needing to come into balance for us. And I'm also hearing like karmic retribution, which is actually a message that came through on my own meditations today, was that there was a lot of karmic retribution happening, karmic justice happening this week. So, you know, it's very possible that you could find yourself learning about, someone else's karma, you know. Normally, we don't get that insight, but I feel like for some reason, Scorpios are definitely going to feel it. You know, like if somebody did you dirty and you hear about them maybe having a tower moment, you know, I'm not saying that you should be happy about it. I'm just saying it's going to happen. So You can't help how you feel, though, Scorpio, right? So 6 of Swords and the 6 of Wands come through together. So 2 6s together, that reduces to number 12. 12 is the Hanged Man energy, talking about the tree of knowledge, looking at things differently, right? Taking a moment, taking a deep breath and saying, why is this happening? Why am I here? But these 2 cards suggest 6 of Swords, better days ahead, 6 of Wands, victory. So no matter what you experience this week, no matter what barriers you feel are preventing you from doing whatever it is that you're trying to do, that it's going to be a switch in your daily practices that bring you a tremendous amount of ease. You know, another example, instead of talking about maybe a physical change, it could be something as simple as, like, for example, another one is that I revamped my studio, right? And it's not been easy and it's been challenging. I'm not technologically savvy. And, you know, but this small change has ramped up my productivity. So it's little things like that. Knight of Pentacles shows up. So Knight of Pentacles, I always say, like, slow and steady wins the race, right? So this is about, you know, this is clarifying your 3 of Wands. Like I said before, the 3 of Wands is like you're putting plans in place, right? So let's take the studio, for example. It's one step at a time. I started with the microphone and then I, you know, upgraded, you know, one thing at a time. Lighting's next, right? So it's just the same thing. Be methodical, make constant improvements and consistent improvements, just one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And that is where you are really going to see this Ace of Pentacles turn into the 10 of Pentacles. You know, the Emperor energy comes through. And that's all Spirit wants you to do, is just put one foot in front of the other and you will see success. 4 of Cups is being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Cups, you know, like woulda, shoulda, coulda, sour grapes, kind of, you know, being stuck in it. And we all do it, right? It's just how it's being human, where we look at this energy where you've got the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is like working hard, being methodical, paying attention to detail, focusing, right? You will have a different outcome because this is a fated event for you. And I want you to think about that. Everything that you've been through in the last year started really ramping up towards an idea 6 months ago, right? So a year ago, you were like, oh, I think I might start this. And you did, right? You might have started something, you might have left something, you made a huge change. And then 6 months ago, think back, you were like, okay, I can really see it, because you went from your Ace of Wands a year ago to the 2 of Wands 6 months ago, and now you're in the 3 of Wands stage, the building portion of your experience. And you are maybe lamenting in the retrograde energy, like, man, this has been something. But the key to success here is to look back with joy and say, I am glad that that is over with. I am glad I had to sit through that. You know, it was difficult. And I mean, fill in the blank, because that retrograde energy is going to have you do a life review, period. And you know, you have to be kind to yourself, like pull that Queen of Cups energy out, be kind and compassionate to yourself. And it is important to get in right relationship with all aspects of who you've been over this last year. Guys, I'm not even making this up. The 4 of Cups comes up again. So let's look at the 4 of Cups. This person's sitting under the tree, right? And they are thinking about the past, and the universe is like, hey, look up. I've got something for you. And this is being clarified by Justice. So, a couple of things. The first time we saw the 4 of Cups being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles, that's telling me, like, look, this Ace of Cups is here for you. You just have to be consistent. You just have to work at it. Like, don't give up. The reason you have a drive and a desire to do whatever it is that you're doing is because you're meant to do it. You're in divine alignment. So I'm thinking of the Hierophant, right? I like that in my mind's eye. That's what I see when a human is in alignment with the divine, and that's also a card of the Chariot. So I have the Justice card here, again, being very clarified by this 4 of Cups. And that's telling me, like, look, you know, things are coming into balance for you. You've got new opportunities. You've earned it. It's your karma. Like, you know, karma works both ways. You've been working your ass off, right? So how about this is time that you get the cosmic paycheck? And that's basically how I see it. So let's clarify this Queen of Cups, please. What does Scorpio need to know about this Queen of Cups? Is coming through with the 8 of Cups. I'm telling you, have compassion for yourself, right? Believe in yourself, right? The Queen of Cups is about compassion, and she can understand the needs of other people. She's like very empathetic, right? Sometimes a little too emotional, right? Sometimes maybe a little bit moved by her emotions, right? She maybe sometimes making decisions in her emotions, but also that compassion is the drive that allows her to forgive and move on. That's the thing. So forgive yourself, right? Because this isn't so much an energy of, well, I'll say this, Scorpio, even if you find yourself lamenting over another person, lamenting over a situation that didn't work out, you know, being upset about your tower moment, that's good. We've got to sit in that energy for as long as it takes. However, the sooner you can alchemize that and put a silver lining around it or turn it into a life lesson, see why it is that you had to witness it, deal with it, be part of it. I feel like that is the catalyst that gets you going safely to your 9 and 10 of Cups. So let's go back. 8 of Cups, right? This person is going towards their 9 and 10 of Cups, right? That's the idea. But then we also have this moon here. They don't know what the 9 and 10 of Cups looks like for them. They just know they've got to go. They've got to get it done. And that's the energy. It's like that leap of faith, Scorpio, where you're not quite sure what's on the other side of the door, but you're going to go find out. And nothing's going to stop this. Nothing. And you're going to be very successful, because this time when you do something, Scorpio, you're doing it because you want to. And that's a huge difference for so many, right? Scorpios are often that Queen of Cups energy where we have such empathy and can understand each side of a story, of a situation. And that empathy can sometimes block us from moving forward and pursuing our own goals. But this is where the universe says, Scorpio, it's time to be jealous. Or you know why I said it's time to be jealous? Because people are for real getting very jealous about the Scorpio glow up. And I don't love that energy, but it's true. It's true. And so comment below and let me know if you're experiencing that, because Scorpios are super focused right now and people are not loving it. Look, I say that. Who pops up? The Queen of Swords. You know how I feel about her. So the Queen of Swords, she's all about cutting people off, seeing things clearly. Look, she does not care. Okay, that is the one thing. She is very logical. She is literally the opposite of the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Swords is clarifying the King of Pentacles. So what does that tell you? So the King of Pentacles is very traditional. And like I said, sometimes this energy can keep us from progressing. And we've got the Queen of Swords. So a couple of things. Queen of Swords, even though she's feminine, the swords, the air, is a masculine energy, where we have the King of Pentacles, even though this is masculine, Earth is a feminine energy. So I feel that there is, again, this balance, this need here to maybe cut off some old traditional thinking, right? To, again, not give all of your power to a past situation, because now you've been through enough. And you've been through enough cycles, right? Life is very cyclical. It's just one thing after another. It literally is the cycles of the moon, the planets, all of it. And so we've been through the spin cycle enough at this point that you have the information, right, to discern, are you stuck in a pattern or not? And where can you use your time more effectively? Where can you fine tune your vision, right? She is a visionary. So where can you fine tune that vision? And where can you get yourself unstuck? So Ace of Wands shows up. Let's see. What can you tell me about the Ace of Wands for Scorpio? The moon. They said nothing. So if you've been following me, you know that I've been saying that during this eclipse season, these are fated events. And so when I'm trying to clarify something, if the moon card, the 7 of Cups, or the High Priestess shows up, that is Spirit's way of saying this is the crossroad portion of your experience that's being concealed from you. So Ace of Wands, this is like a brand new project, a brand new, like I said, desire, the revision, because I just want to clarify that we went from the, and this is perfect, we went from the 3 of Wands, then we saw I thought we saw the Two of Wands. Maybe I'm tripping. I might be making that up. But we went from the Three of Wands down to the Ace of Wands. So it's that revision that the Mercury retrograde is having us, you know, just say, okay, there's a new way to do this and it's going to be more effective. Now, what's going to happen here? I'm not quite sure, but it is, I feel very strongly, it's going to propel your vision forward. Also, this could be another thing for us. We have the Scorpio full moon at the end of this month, and that happens every 13 cycles. And this is going to be an amazing time for Scorpios, this full moon. So that's a good time to harness that energy. There may be something new or someone new. Oftentimes this Ace of Wands can be looked at, like I said, a new sexual adventure. You know, take it or leave it. It could be for you. Or again, you just could be coming across a new creative idea or a new spark, right? Something going for you. So the Fool card and the Ace of Pentacles coming out together, I'm going to clarify those. So tell me more about this. What is Scorpio? Queen of Cups. Again, and the Magician. So hold on. All these cards are showing their face. Let me take these. Oh, I'm going to stop right here. Okay. Hold on, Scorpio. I normally don't do this, but this is how it came through. So a lot to clarify this. Let me push these cards back and see. So I've got the Fool card and the Ace of Pentacles. Then I've got the Magician. The Four of Swords came through. Queen of Cups. Ace of Swords. The Star card. Hierophant and Seven of Cups. That's a lot more than I would have taken, but it is giving me a story that I want to talk about. So this Magician card, okay, let's go back. So why the Fool? Why the Ace of Pentacles? A brand new beginning in the material, in the 3D. Now, this energy is focused in our 6th house, our daily routines, our habits, our health. I've said this before, and I am so ready for this to be true. I want this so bad, but I feel like Scorpios are really going to be in this energy of possible spontaneous healing. And I hope that's true. Like, I could cry because I know so many of us are dealing with something that we have been told is chronic. Keep hope that the medical community is changing and aligning with what humans actually need to be well. And I feel like there is going to be some discovery, and I'm praying that this is true for this year for us to be more healthy. So I will just say to you that the universe is rapidly changing, and whatever you're physically dealing with or even mentally, there are advances coming. So just hold on to that hope. And I say that with confidence because here is the Star card, which is all about the hope after the Tower, right? This is that light at the end of the tunnel. And we've got the Seven of Cups here as well. And that lets me know that there's going to be multiple options available to us for the healing that we need, for that daily habit we want to make part of our world, for our, what's it called? I keep hearing like stick-to-itiveness, right? Like whatever it is that you are going to start doing, it's going to stick with you this time. That's the best way I can say it. Again, the Ace of Swords is indicating that this is a fresh perspective, right? New information comes and it's going to rock our world. That's what I just heard. Because the Hierophant shows up, and I think I mentioned that earlier, that can be a card of tradition, that can be a card of spirituality. This could be a religious awakening, a spiritual change, right? You're adapting. Maybe you know what I just heard, and this would make sense. I heard a lot of people are going to start meditating more, right? And I think a lot of us do that, but maybe you switch up the way you do it. Meaning sometimes people believe that you have to be super still and like woo-sa to be meditating, but that's not always the way I meditate. Sometimes my meditations, consist of rapid movements, right? Rocking back and forth and being in deep prayer. Or it could be a number of things. So maybe you start to give yourself permission to experiment with different things, and you find something this week that changes the way you practice your day-to-day routines. And that's perfect, right? Because whatever it is that you are about to embark on is going to make you both more productive and healthier, right? I feel like this, I used to run a channel called Live Lighter, and it wasn't really a channel, it was like a page. And I feel like that, like it's like living lighter, right? Living with less emotional stress. So we've got the Hierophant here, and the Four of Swords is popping through with the Magician card. And the Magician card is all about, as above, so below, as within, so without. And you have over here this time to replenish this empty well. So I want to bring that back up into the camera view. So with these cards here, that's telling me that, listen, it's okay to take a break, Scorpio. It's okay to take a break. You're not giving up, right? And that's the other thing. We're fixed signs, and we get it in our head that once we have a plan in place, right? That Two of Swords or the Two of Wands, like we haven't even gotten to the Three of Wands. We're investigating how we're going to do it. And sometimes we get really fixed as fixed signs, like, okay, let's go back to the diet. Okay, so I cannot have any sugar, and I cannot have this, and I cannot have that. And those restrictions don't work for Scorpio, right? They don't work for most people. And so this is about being fluid, right? We're water signs, so tap into that portion of your zodiac, right? Tap into that portion. Be fluid with how you're going to approach your daily routines, and know that it's okay to try and try again, and not everything's going to work. And as quickly as things are changing, it's okay for you to change that, what should I say? Ebb and flow. Go with it is the point. All right, Scorpio. I hope that made sense. That was a lot. I just feel so much energy coming through. I feel like this year is going to be so successful. It already is for us. I mean, you guys leave comments all the time, and I'm so happy to see the success that Scorpios are having. And honestly, like, even if you are feeling like you're falling behind, you're not as successful, whatever, think back to where you were a year ago. You've made progress, right? You definitely have made progress. All right, Scorpio, let's look at the shadow work this week. What's this shadow work for Scorpio? Gosh, Scorpio, I'm feeling it, man. I feel that the positive changes are coming. Like, it feels like a herd of elephants. I don't know how to explain that, but like in my visions, when I'm thinking about, okay, how do I get ready for the collective? What am I going to say to Scorpio? It's like each week has just been one advancement after the other. And this week, this energy has really been intense, but I'm feeling like it's going to work out amazing. So, all right. This reads today for tomorrow. That's your shadow work. Today for tomorrow. That is number 32. 32 reduces to 5. So let's break down this particular card. So the number 3 is about being creative, right? And the 2 is about relationship. The 5 together is about being adaptable. So maybe there's something here about you being adaptable as you create a new relationship with yourself. That's the shadow work. Get to know who you are and be happy about it, right? Sometimes we are so hard on ourselves. Oh, I should have said this. I should have worn that. I didn't look great. I didn't feel wonderful. And we don't tell anybody we're going through that, right? We just, we have our exterior and then inside it's the thoughts. It's the thoughts. Let it go. The truth is that you are perfectly made just the way you are. And every day that you exist, that you breathe, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're learning, you're evolving, you're thinking, you're creating. So Scorpio, today for tomorrow, right? This is about navigating the changes and allowing yourself the ease and the grace to fall into the new you and leave the past in the past, right? Focus on the now. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the empath card for this week for Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, I feel like literally, and I've been saying this, the months between April and August, life-changing. And I know that we have another eclipse, right? Obviously in 6 months from now. So it's just, I don't know. I get excited because I really think that like it's our time. It's our time. It's the water sign time. Okay. You know how I'm talking about daily routines, right? Spirit is something. This card literally reads number 15, practicing daily spirituality. Wow, talk about spirit not letting us off the hook, right? Right? I heard, yeah, daily routines, fine. Lose weight, gain weight, who cares? But you better pray on it. Right? You better pray on it. And prayer looks different for everyone. So let go of the old paradigms, right? You don't have to be in a church, or you could be. You can be wherever you want. I love churches, right? People have no idea. You should see these comments people leave me. They think I'm some kind of, who cares, right? Go with the flow. Go what feels good for you. Practice your daily spirituality, and it doesn't have to look the same as anyone else's. This is a universe. I say that all the time. Get familiar with what resonates with you, and it doesn't have to be the same thing every day. Listen to different frequencies. It will change your world, right? Find yourself around art. Believe it or not, just being near creation allows you to be more creative. Read a book, listen to a podcast, whatever it is that you're doing, let the juices flow and allow that to be your practice daily. All right, Scorpio, thank you so, so much. Please don't forget to check out your other signs, especially during this tumultuous time of change, right? I shouldn't say tumultuous, but it's a lot of changing for sure. And what else? If you're looking to book a personal reading, head over to my website at starswithstasi.com. I would love to work with each and every one of you. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff, share, like, subscribe, drop a comment below. I do respond to each and every one of them, and it does help my channel grow, and I'm so, so thankful. Remember, guys, we're all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best we can with the information we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And until next week, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it, Scorpio. Thank you so much for your time and have a great week ahead.